What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Nick, Masterpiece Shitpiece here, doing a solo show. Ooh, this is a new one for me, ladies and germs. I want to go ahead and do a future state primer. What's going on is DC is doing another, basically like a 5 years later event like they did previously, and this is going to be for 2 months. So your, I think your February and March solicitations are going to be future slate. This is going to again be a 5-year jump. Gotham is ruled by a character called the Magistrate. We don't know much about. There is an event before, not really an event, but a small book before this called Justice League Winter's End, which is a story that comes before this, and also tomorrow Dark Knight Death Metal number 7 will be coming out, and that will end that series, and that will rocket us into future slate. So with no further ado, let's see what I can do here by myself and get this done. Oh no, that's not it, is it? 1 second here, fellas. And that should be a little better. Let me just see here. All right. So let me do this. And again, guys, I'm still learning how to do StreamYard and shit, so sorry. First thing we're going to go ahead and take a look at, if I can figure out how. Let's see how this works. That will actually probably be better for this. We're going to talk about the Batman family first. What's been spoiled so far is that the next Batman is not Bruce Wayne. And as you see on here, it says also featuring Batgirls and Gotham City Sirens. So each one of these books, it looks like, is going to be having a backup story in it. It's telling you in this future Gotham City, and this is from comicbook.com, is controlled by the Magistrate. The villainous regime is taking control of the city, now under constant surveillance. All mass vigilantes have been outlawed and Batman has been killed, but led by an all-new Batman, a new assembly of Gotham's Guardians rise to give hope to all those who lost it. Now, this brings up questions because they're saying that Batman's been killed, but there will be a book with Bruce Wayne in it, and that should be in here. It's called The Dark Detective. It says Oversized Comics, Future State, the next Batman 1 through 4. So I guess they'll be releasing 2 books a month for this event. And that looks like listed here, Outsiders, Arkham Knights, Batgirls, and Gotham City Sirens will be your backups in that book. Future State Dark Detective, what I was telling you about Dark Detective is going to be Bruce Wayne in a new identity. And again, this is just for this event. So you're going to have the Dark Detective main story. You're going to have grifters. So that should be interesting. They did do some work with Grifter in Batman just a little bit ago. Not much. So this should be interesting. It's always been a really interesting visual. Red Hood by Joshua Williamson. Should be good. The mini-series for the month will be Future State Batman Superman, Future State Catwoman, Future State Harley Quinn, Nightwing, and Robin Eternal. All right, going on to the Superman family, and that's a picture of Jonathan Kent. Due to his involvement in an international crisis happening in the near future, Clark Kent has been rejected by Earth, causing him to focus his life-saving efforts outside his adopted home. So he's going to go to War World and tackle Mongol, who's something we haven't really seen, I don't think, since Sinestro Corps 4. And then back in Metropolis, John Kent, Superman's son, will be taking on the mantle of Superman after seeing the horrors that befell Gotham, he bottles Metropolis like Kandor in order to keep it safe, putting him at odds with Supergirl. Connecting the two oversized Future State Superman titles, Shiloh Norman, Mr. Miracle, okay, Amazon Rainforest, Yara Flor. Okay, so this is going to be the new Wonder Woman. Yara Flor is Brazilian, I believe, and they're going to tie her into the Amazon somehow. So you got your oversized comics, you got Future State, Superman and Metropolis 1 through 2, Sean Lewis writing, the Guardian backup, and the Mr. Miracle backup. You're looking at Future State Superman Worlds at War 1 through 4. So you're getting the main story, Midnighter, one of my favorite characters of all time, Black Racer, and Mr. Miracle. I love me some Mr. Miracle and the New Gods, so Black Racer is really interesting too. Future State Immortal Wonder Woman 1 through 2 by Becky Cloonan, and they're doing a Nubia backup. Nice. For this, the monthly miniseries and one-shots are going to be Future State House of L, Kara Zor-El Superwoman, Legion of Superheroes by Bendis. Oh, and it looks like the Kara Zor-El will be written by Marguerite Bennett, who wrote Batgirl. Let's see here. We got Superman Wonder Woman by Dan Waters, and Future State Superman versus Imperious Lex and Future State Wonder Woman. Interesting. Right, Justice League family. Okay, so here's what you're looking at here. You're going to have your new Batman here. I'm not sure about the continuity in these because, like I said earlier, the Batman books, Batman and the Dark Detective, unless the new Batman doesn't know that Bruce is still alive or something, it's just really weird wording. And a lot of these visuals don't look the same. And there's your new Wonder Woman I was telling you about. And there's a new female Flash, it looks like. I can't tell if it's a female or just a teenage figure. And I have no idea if that's supposed to be Aquawoman or what's going on here. Okay. New league is built upon secret identities even from each other. That's an interesting idea. But an old and evolved enemy will use these secrets to try and overthrow the world. So that sounds like Vandal Savage, maybe. For the Justice League Dark, the very fabric of reality has shifted and these heroes are being hunted. Flash, Shazam, and the Teen Titans, it all begins when the 4 Riders of the Apocalypse unleash hell in a battle at Titans Academy. Barry Allen is cut off from the Speed Force. A famine-controlled Wally West may be beyond saving, and Billy Batson makes a deal with the devil that will change Shazam forever. Off-world John Stewart and the remaining Green Lanterns are stranded in the shadow of a dead power battery. Jackson Hyde and Andy Curry are separated across the galaxy. Jackson Hyde and Andy Curry sounds like some Aquaman shit. Unfortunately, I'm really not up on Aquaman, so I can't tell you anything about that. But this sounds interesting. Amanda Waller executes her ultimate plan with the new but terrifyingly familiar Suicide Squad on Earth 3. I'm not sure if it goes into it a little down here, but the Suicide Squad book is going to be Amanda Waller on Earth 3 trying to break into their Arkham Asylum with a Suicide Squad. So that should be interesting. At the end of time, Swamp Thing reveals its true intention, ruling supreme until a remnant of humanity launches a rebellion. Black Adam looks to the past as the only way to save the future of the multiverse. And I'm a big Black Adam fan. All right, Future State, Justice League 1 and 2 by Joshua Williamson. Written by Joshua Williamson. Justice League Dark, written by Ram V. Got to have a lot of confidence to go with that name. Future State, Green Lanterns 1 and 2. So it looks like they're going to split this book pretty good. Last Lanterns by Jeffrey Thorne. Tales of the Green Lantern Corps by Josie Campbell, Ryan Cady, and Ernie Altbacher. Suicide Squad is going to be written by Robbie Thompson, and Black Adam will be the... So that's a good little book right there. by Jeremy Adams. I haven't heard of him yet. And Fernando Pesserin. Miniseries: Future State Aquaman, Future State The Flash, Future State Teen Titans, Shazam, and Swamp Thing. Now here's your covers. I'll try to go through these slowly. This is your next Batman. Let me see if I can make this bigger and pop that up there like that. Okay. All right, so that's your Dark Detective I was telling you about. Here we go. The next Batman. There's your cover number 1. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. There we go. Doesn't work. I was trying to do some shit here. All right. So yes, there's your next Batman, Dark Detective. There you go. You got your Bruce Wayne all fucked up with grifters. Dark Detective with Red Hood. Batman, Superman. That's a dope little cover. I like that a lot. Catwoman. Interesting little like chevron there on the forehead. Don't know what that's really for. Alright, let's see. There you go, guys. There's Harley. Not much was said about Harley. And it doesn't look like her book's going to have a backup either. There's Nightwing. Cool thing about the Nightwing book is that Nicola Scott will be drawing Nightwing again. She's a big fan favorite for people that like Nightwing. There's different costumes I've seen throughout. One was really reminiscent to his disco Nightwing days. Here we got Robin Eternal. This doesn't look like Damian to me. This looks more like Tim, who recently took Robin back over the Robin mantle after being Drake. Here we go with the Superman stuff. Superman Worlds at War. I love that art style. I'm not sure who that is doing that cover, but that's fucking beautiful. Superman versus Imperious Lex. I kind of like the fact that, like, right here around his head looks almost like it's cut out to be a robot. There was a series, well, not a series, but an event way back in the day called Imperious. It was an alien, think like Mongol, dark side, you know, but this guy was like a conqueror. So it should be interesting with that wording to see what they do with Lex. Here's Wonder Woman. And I don't know if I'm crazy or not, but that looks like a bat on her. Okay, so this is Immortal Wonder Woman, I'm sorry. And that looks like a bat on her belt. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Okay, this one is the regular Wonder Woman. This is the new Wonder Woman from Brazil. I don't have a lot of information on that. But you know, these female characters that and Joker-related characters that DC has spun off recently have been pretty popular. Clown Hunter and Punchline. And they should have some, at least Punchline should have a very big story coming up after Future Slate. Here's your Green Lantern. Always ominous when you see rings but no lanterns attached to them. Here we go with the Flash. There you go, Jake Garrick, Max Mercury. I'm not sure who she is. Look at that, Wally West just ripping at Barry Allen like a vampire, kind of. I know he's not biting him, but it's a similar effect, especially with the ripped neck here on Barry's costume. They've really been putting Wally through the ringer lately. I mean, we get it. Barry Allen's your Flash, but most of us grew up with Wally. Can we get some Wally respect? Maybe. All right, there's your Aquaman. So yeah, Jackson Hyde would be your Aquaman there, or Aqualad. And Andy Curry, I guess, is here your more Tempest or Mira-like Aqua character. So I guess she's going to be Arthur and Mira's daughter. Shazam. Look at that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Monsters and whoever the hell this guy is down here looks pretty fucking evil. That's Shazam's always been a huge morality tale. It's always been about good versus evil and hero wish fulfillment. I'll tell you, these covers are pretty fucking dark. And that's what I'm talking about with the continuity. I'm not sure what's going to follow what, again, because if you see Nightwing's costume here, again, this is the one I was talking about. It was more towards his disco look. Crush right there is the daughter of Lobo. And look, we got a Deathstroke mask right there. We got Corey. Looks like Red Arrow and Raven. Kind of impaled. Interesting. Ooh, look at this. So that's your Suicide Squad book. Batman, Martian Manhunter, some kind of Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and what looks like a female Flash with a robotic appendage, robotic legs. That should be interesting. Legion of Superheroes. I've never been a big Legion guy, and even less a Bendis guy. So I'm sorry if that's like somebody's book and they're looking for a lot of information on it. I don't have it. Swamp Thing sounded really interesting, and if you've been reading the Death Metal series, you'll see why this makes sense. And so yeah, Future State will take place in January and February. So I guess with our solicitations tomorrow, we're going to be looking at Dark Knight Death Metal Part 7, which is going to end that series, and then I guess we should be getting some Future State titles. Future State, sorry. I'll be doing a show tomorrow at some point. I'm not sure if I'll go after Breaking the Mold or if I'll go before that, but previews has come out. Marvel, for some reason, has been really late on their previews. It's not coming out this week either. I do have the online solicits, so I could go through those. But I also do have the regular mini previews book, and I'll be going through that because there's some interesting stuff happening with Image, Boom, Dark Horse is doing some licensed stuff. I'm not a big Hellboy guy, so if you guys want that covered, let me know, and I'll start reading it. I could even go back and because I have not read any Hellboy except for I think Conqueror Worm. So if you guys would like to see some stuff like that covered, let me know. Just let me know what you guys want to see. Anyways, this has been a short little video, Future State primer. Again, the books come out tomorrow for Death Metal 7 and Future State. Looks like most of your first run of books are going to be there. Should be interesting. So some of the mini-series will be dropping 2 a month, and the oversized books will be dropping 1 a month. And that'll be in January and February. And then we go straight into what DC is going to look like after Future State. And I'll have that information for you guys tomorrow. So, peace, love, and hair grease. I love y'all. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out.